Ladies and gentlemen, today something awesome just happened. Dog Walker, for the first time in 3 years, talks about the controversy. So, yeah, Dog Walker finally talks about the controversy after 3 years and just a couple months after my video. What was my video? Oh, yeah. Channel Awesome and the integrity of Dog Walker that stands in 3,000 views and 90 likes. That's my most liked video ever, which is pretty cool. So in that video, I talk about how Dog Walker basically enabled a pedophile. If you want to know more about that, I suggest you go to my channel and watch that video. I have evidence, I have everything laid out so you can see the evidence for yourself. So yeah, let's start watching this awesome interview by Double Toasted. Oh,
I think a lot of people
doubletoasted.com. Yeah, nobody's gonna watch you there, that's for sure.
criticism that you probably got in your career was probably from Channel
Do I
Awesome,
have audio? Oh, yeah.
which was
It's
what,
fine.
like 5-6 years ago, where people they were saying
Five,
that there was
6 years
mismanagement,
ago? Jeez.
there was even the
Time
sexist behavior
flies.
that was going on. You did put out a
What about pedophile behavior? That also happened too.
response addressing every accusation at the time. You put the accusation out there, then you put facts down there. Couple of things with this controversy that happened. How has Channel Awesome moved past that, and how have your feelings about this changed over the years? I mean,
They didn't do nothing. They just ignored like the channel awesome people. Well, the not so awesome channel people. So yeah, they just made one response. They had a huge backlash, and they just stopped. Like, yeah, we need to let this slide. Let's not respond. Let's do nothing about it. So yeah.
I know you had the responses that you did back in the day, but has anything changed? Have you felt like, well, maybe I'm more humble right now? Have you doubled down on the responses that you've given people? And just overall, how did you move forward?
What a softball. Yeah, that's what they call it, right? Like a softball interview. Like, I guess like that's what he's trying to do, right?
I mean, it's always something where, I mean, you just gotta see it for what it is. And I think, for me anyway, and for all of us, we tried the big thing that we always acknowledge, yeah, we were never that great at, was communication, because we had just God knows how many
Oh,
people,
really?
in there, and we
No
always had
way.
problems coming at us. And I think we bit off more than we could chew, probably, with that. So there's a reason where after all that happened, we just kept everything in house. I think one of the biggest criticisms we got, even with like the wall review, which I think is fair, is that we tried to go too big. And I think there's really something to keeping it smaller, keeping it back to what it's about, which is, enjoying what you do and getting other people to enjoy what you do, making good connections with them and so forth. And it just kind of keeping that going. So it's one of those things where I really love the people I work with, and I really get along with. I'm so blessed to have, these folks I'm working with. And we try to learn from the things that we've done in the past. I mean, some of it I'm like, well, that, some of it's stuff I'm like, yeah, I wish I didn't do that. And other things.
What about the covering up the Justin Carmichael's crimes? What about the cover up? Do you regret that? You know? Do you regret like telling no one that Justin was a fucking pedophile? And you kept him in your payroll like for 2 months after?
I'm like, well, that doesn't seem, like too big a deal. And people still kind of go back and forth on it. What's a big deal? What isn't? And so forth. But
What about covering up a pedophile? Is that a big deal, Doug? Is that big enough for you?
I think the
Once again, watch my other video about it. I actually do show evidence about it. So yeah.
big thing is not going too big, so you keep focus on what really is important, which is the people that do work very hard for you, that you see all the time, and try to treat them with as much respect as possible. And we people like Malcolm and Tamara and Walter. I mean, just so many good people that work with us.
What about Justin Carmichael? Do you have respect for him? Do you still have respect for him? Because after he died, you made like a farewell video to him. Where you mentioned that he was a nice guy and that he spreaded positivity, even though he was a pedophile fucking rapist.
Just trying to keep the focus on that and keep it on, the simple passion of what you're doing.
That's interesting what you're saying about kind of making it smaller, not having these ambitions and being big, but just pulling back a little bit.
What's up with his fucking camera? Like his camera is glitching all over the freaking place. Look.
This is when you start doing this.
Holy
you start
cow.
making your money, and when the money starts coming in, you are a creator, but you're also at that point you're a business person. You're a manager. You have to do something. I've been in the same position that you have, and again, this is not about me. It's, I'm not trying to tell my story, but I do relate in a way, and I have to say that I too, after money was coming in and I started making a living with this and whatnot, and especially when I had to start managing this on my own, what I do for Double Toasted here, I also think I had ambitions and I went big, and I had to come back and say, all right, I admit that mistakes were made here. I did not probably know what I was doing here, or that this just got out of hand here. I just, but I've learned. Would you say that mistakes were made during this time when this came down, and has this made you a better business person?
Oh, I think, well, and let me tell you, I'm not a business person, and I don't handle like any of that, especially because I think that will get in the way of the creative stuff.
People who are like really big creatives, when they don't handle the business side of things, they usually get fucked. Like very, very fucked. They usually lose ownership. They usually lose money in that way. Actually, now that I think about it, I think Doug Walker is not the owner of the Nostalgia Critic. I think one of the producers. I forgot the fucking name of the other dude, but yeah, Doug Walker is not the owner of the Nostalgia Critic, even though he basically made it.
But it is something where we knew even back then, and we tried to make it better. The communication thing, definitely, and part of that is because I think we were just getting bigger and bigger and bringing in more people. Like, it's a big party, everybody, come in, kind of thing. And but you're gonna lose focus, and things are gonna it fall between the cracks. And again, like different people.
Oh, like like when you showed. I forgot what type of evidence they showed, but oh yeah, the thing about the Justin that he got fired like a month or two after the fact. That went through the cracks.
Have different outlooks on it as well. So I think definitely with the people that we actually do see, it's not someone that they're miles away and we say, yeah, just make videos, do your thing. Yeah. I mean, and we'll post it. I mean, this is like people we actually see like in person, come and film with and make sure they're taken care of and stuff like that. Those are the connections where it's like, these are, the employees, these are the people we want to make sure they feel comfortable and they feel, good around here. And
why did you kept a pedophile rapist around then on your fucking payroll, like as an employee, and decided to not tell anyone else that he was a pedophile rapist? Like, I don't get you, Doug Walker. What the fuck?
And I mean, I love them to death. They say they love us to death. So I mean, that seems like, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Do you still love Justin Carmichael to that?
So you would just say that communication gets lost when you're working with people far away. Things get out of hand. People
Well,
can,
not just far away, when there's a lot of them, too.
Yeah.
I think that, again, I think it was something we were probably bringing in too many people, and we should, again, because everybody, you've seen online businesses shut down because they were trying to get too big, and I really think a lot of it was we should have kept it smaller so that more flowing communication could be within our means.
Yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from, man. Maybe we're not doing exactly the same thing. Maybe we don't have exactly the same problems, but I think I've seen myself and other people. I think that's one of the mistakes that they've made is that they've tried to bring in too many people, and it is sort of an ego boost when you have all these people and you say it seems like a big party. It makes it feel like this is
I wonder if Doc Walker saw himself in Justin Carmichael.
something I created is so huge.
Who knows? Maybe he did.
Plus, you just want people that you like to keep coming in. I definitely have seen that with a lot of people where it just got way too big and it all collapsed under the weight of itself.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think it is. It is something where you kind of realize that and you say, okay, let's. I mean, again, especially the past couple years with the COVID thing and stuff like that, where you kind of realize, okay, just keep it simple, keep it small, keep it to what it's really about.
Covering up pedophiles. So yeah, this interview fucking sucks. It was basically just a softball interview. He didn't mention the really important stuff, like the covering the pedophile shit. The fact that he didn't mention nobody about him. The fact that he made a video calling him a good guy even though he knew he was a fucking rapist and a pedophile. He has a lot to explain about that, and for whatever reason, people still don't know about the cover-up. We need to let people know about this. I think that will give more credibility to the not so awesome stuff that happened. The fact that there was a lot of petty shit on the not so awesome document really killed the cover-up that basically happened. The cover-up that it was led by the Channel Awesome producers and Doc Walker himself. We should spread the word about this because I think it's important. This is, I think, the biggest deal in the Channel Awesome thing. I just wish that Doc Walker could talk about this. Again, if you want all the information about that, I just made a video about it. Once again, if you want to know every single detail, just watch my video. I think it explains everything that happened, and I also show the evidence, so you don't have to believe me. You could just believe the evidence. I literally just come from shooting my movie, so yeah, sorry for the freaking mess. So I hope Doc could mention more about the controversy and especially the cover-up, because I'm really interested on what he has to say about the cover-up, and so he could explain more what happened and why did he deleted the video if there wasn't a cover-up. He deleted the farewell to Justin. That video got taken down shortly after the Not So Awesome document came out. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rocco, and see you in my next video. See you on my next video. Also like and subscribe. Fuck yeah.